Welcome, folks. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Dublin, here at the beautiful Botanical Gardens in Glasnevin, north side of Dublin. Unfortunately, not like yesterday. Yesterday was a beautiful sunny day with blue skies. Today, unfortunately, it's very cloudy, but we'll make the most of it. Hope you're all doing well, folks. Say hello. Let me just move on here. Now, during the course of the tour, obviously, you're not going to see many flowers blooming. It's not that time of year. And this will be a tour that I'll do probably later in the year when the flowers are blooming. But there's lots of great trees. There's a bunch of glass houses as well that we'll go into, show you some tropical plants and all kinds of other flowers that grow with these greenhouses. And also we'll feature a good few of the trees that are here in the complex or in the gardens here. Hope everybody's doing well. Say hello if you're on. Hey Terry, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We'll just wait for a few more people to say hello and we'll get going. Elsie, how are you? Good to see you. How's things, Elsie? How's everything in Glasgow? Wendy, good to see you. So Wendy and Terry were on yesterday, and you might have noticed yesterday it was a beautiful sunny day. Today it's very cloudy, not so nice weather-wise. I'm just hoping that it doesn't rain, but it's not due to rain, but you never know. Shelley, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, it's not due to rain, but you never know with Irish weather. Elsie will tell you that as well. With Scotland, the same, you know. Elise, I mean, I'm calling you Elsie. Elise, sorry, Elise. Yeah, the weather in Scotland would be similar to here in Ireland. You blink and the weather will change. 4 seasons, not in one day, but 1 hour. Because this morning it was absolutely beautiful, like just maybe an hour or so ago. Marianne, how are you? Marianne, how are you doing? Good to see you. Marianne in Canada. See you, do it. Hope you're doing well, Marianne. Good to see you. So I guess we'll get going, folks. I got 9 people on, so welcome everybody to the National Botanical Gardens here at Glasnevin. It's located, as I say, Glasnevin is about 5 kilometres northwest of Dublin city centre, and we have a 19.5 hectare, 50 acres are situated here between Glasnevin Cemetery and the River Tolka, where it forms part of the river's flood stream. Now, the gardens were founded in 1795 by the Dublin Society, and later became the Royal Dublin Society, the RDS. And you might be familiar with my Balls Bridge tour, the RDS, the Royal Dublin Society building there, one of the most famous buildings in Dublin. And today they're under state ownership, though, the gardens are, through the Office of Public Works, who look after most of the public gardens throughout the country, and also lots of the heritage homes and lots of other sites as well, including Dublin Castle and many other castles as well throughout the country. Now, these are the oldest botanical gardens in the whole country of Ireland, as I say, dating back to 1795. There's approximately 20,000 living plants here and millions of dried plant specimens that are grown here, with a variety of habitats from they've come from all over the world, the plants here, including snow-capped mountains and deserts and tropical forests. And there's several notable greenhouses. You can see there's one of them right in front of you. We're going to go into a few of these, not all of them, but there's about 6 or 7 of them all told on the in the gardens, but we're only going to go to a few of them. And this is the headquarters of the National Botanical Gardens of Ireland. So we will move on and we'll show you some of them. The gardens participate in the national and international initiatives for biodiversity conservation and sustainable development. And the director of the gardens is Dr. Matthew Jebb, and he is also chairman of Plant Network, the plant collection network of Britain and Ireland. Now, botanical gardens in Ireland are the 7th most visited tourist attraction and the 2nd most visited free attraction. So it's completely free to come in here, which is great. Powerscourt, you might have seen the Powerscourt Gardens before, which I do out in County Wicklow. There is a cost to go into them. But as I say, this one is run by the government, OPW, Office of Public Works, so a government body. This, you will see here, is Glasnevin Cemetery, right beside the Botanical Gardens. And this is Ireland's largest cemetery. 1.75 million people, so 1,750,000 people are buried right here in this cemetery, by far and away Ireland's largest cemetery. Lots of famous people buried here, including the great Michael Collins and of course Daniel O'Connell. So we'll move along. Let me just go into, as I say, there's loads of these little greenhouses. So we'll just go into a few of them and show you them. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Suzanne. How are you? Good to see you. How's things? My shoelaces have become untied. Can you believe it? What a time for that to happen. Alan, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Jolene, how are you? Natalie, how are you? Great to see you. So we got a few other people just joined us. Alan, Jolene, and Suzanne, upstate New York. Actually, Suzanne will be here in probably about a week. Is that right, Joanne? Probably 10 days. I think about in 10 days' time she'll be here in Ireland, staying here for a week or two. I'm not sure exactly how long she's staying for. A week from Friday, gearing up for my 11:45 interview. Wish me luck. Love Grader, says Jolene. Well, if you were on the tour yesterday, you missed it yesterday. I was in a really nice cemetery called Mount Jerome's, one of Dublin's oldest cemeteries. And we walked around the cemetery, and we also walked around looking for Wendy's great-grandfather's grave. And Wendy's on here. We spent about half an hour extra on the tour just to find it. We couldn't find it. There's too many people buried there. And so there you go, but at least we tried. So check this one out. Now we do have some nice plants, not outside, but inside. As I said before, they're going to grow much quicker. No problem at all, Wendy. They're going to grow much quicker, as I say, inside than they will outside at this time of year. This place is absolutely breathtaking. The actual gardens during the height of the season. But today we won't be seeing too many plants or flowers, but we'll see some nice trees, and we will see a bunch of these other greenhouses like this one. Lots of places to show you, folks. If you like trees, you're going to enjoy this tour, because we are going to take a look at some trees on the thing. Now, just before, when I came, I wish I came earlier, but when I came, there was this man doing a guided tour. Now, the guided tours, I think they're free as well. I just joined in it, right? I think they're free. They might not be, but I joined in anyway. And he was doing a tour just on trees, but I only caught the last 10 minutes of it, because, you know, it was just probably about 20 minutes before I actually started this tour. I wish I was there for the beginning of it. I would have learnt a lot more about trees. But anyway, you can't have it every way. That's the Palm House right there. Palm. We're going to go in there a little later. But I'm going to take you around. Now, this place will be, as I said before, absolutely spectacular come early spring or late spring, April and May. It's actually a beautiful rose garden here on the in the gardens as well, but no roses out at the moment. But still, an abundance of beautiful trees, and this is like a tour before and after, if you like. So you've seen it before the actual flowers start blossoming and the plants. This is a very, very interesting tree right here. Anybody be able to tell me what this tree is? I can tell you. very green grass, that's for sure. Yes, indeed. We get so much rain here, Shelley, that definitely we get... this is a lovely ash, a weeping ash tree. It's really, really nice. It's lovely. As I say, there's abundance of trees. But have a look at this, folks. This is the Viking house, it's known as. Check it out, the Viking house. Almost thought maybe a weeping willow. No, we're going to show you a weeping willow a little bit later. That's a weeping ash. The weeping willows have the leaves on them. So we'll show you one of those a little later. There's a really, really famous weeping willow tree here in the gardens, which we'll show you in a little bit. But this is the Viking house. Now, the Vikings first came here to Dublin, to the northern seaside or seashore of Dublin, in the villages of Howth and Malahide in the year 795. But then they set up a settlement in Dublin City around the year 840 or 841, so around about that time. And it was in Dublin City, as I said, that they formed their first settlement by the River Liffey, known as Wood Quay. You may have seen that if you were on my ancient Dublin tour. But this would have been a typical house, and each house had a fence like this one here. Each house had a fence. Let me step back so you can see it better. Each house had a fence like this, and a long plot of land in which they probably kept chickens and grew vegetables and fibre and dye plants. Now, we know that they ate a lot of wheat and barley, as well as growing cabbages, beans and onions. But they ate cattle, sheep and pigs as well. And also fish and shellfish from Dublin Bay. So they had a healthy and very varied diet, if you like. How about that? Isn't it nice? They were such innovators, the Vikings, amazing innovators. When you think about what they were able to do and explore, where they were able to explore all over the world over 1,200 years ago, folks. It's just quite extraordinary what they were able to do. Love it, says Terry. Get excited. Natalie likes it as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Here's another nice tree right here. And this is an elm tree. Have a look. I'll step back a little bit. Elm tree. Now all of this right here is full of beautiful, beautiful flower beds. Absolutely amazing. During the season, of course, but not today. And sometimes it's good to see a place like this in the off season. Just wait, if you see it again, you can see the comparison of how beautiful it is during the season. This tree right ahead of me right here is called a Tilia, which is basically Latin for lime tree. So it's a lime tree. Tilia. This guy's going to run me down. It's coming right at me. Tilia lime tree. So we're going to be walking along a good bit of the gardens today, because I want to show you as much as I possibly can, minus the plants and the flowers, because they do not exist at the moment. This is where there's a beautiful flower beds right in here, as I said, behind that gate there. But we'll show you some native Irish trees, and we'll also show you some foreign trees as well. As I say, the trees and the plants here would be from all over the world. They'd be from everywhere. And as I say, dating back to 1795. So now, just in this little garden, this part right here, there's a few native Irish trees, including this one right here in front of us. This is the birch tree right in front of us. And the birch tree, it only lives to 75 to 80 years. which is very young for a tree. As most trees you'll see around Ireland, because of our climate, our wet climate, we get a lot of rain, so the trees really feed on that, and it's very favourable to trees, our climate. So a lot of trees in Ireland, some of them even live to over 1,000 years, especially the yew trees. But this one only lives till 75 to 80 years. So not a very long lifespan. That's the birch. And of course here you got another native tree. This is the holly tree right here, right in front of you. They say, holly trees, they're very prickly, but the one that the up further on the holly trees, they're not so prickly. So supposedly cattle actually feed back in the, not today, but back in the day when there was less food around or whatever, they used to feed the cattle with holly trees, because the top of it's not so prickly. It's the bottom part of the holly tree that's prickly and would be very difficult to digest. And right in front of us here, you have the alder tree. So these are all alder trees right here. The little bulbs that you see attached to these alder trees, they're called catkins bulbs. Catkins. Okay, we'll move out of here. Nice little pond here as well in this garden. Now it looks pretty rugged right now, but if you come here in probably another 6 weeks or so, this will look completely different. Obviously they don't get the same amount of traffic coming through here at this time of year. Most people will leave it till late spring to come in, so that way they can actually see it in its all of its glory, if you like, all of its splendor. But we're going to move on and show you some more trees. Tree, as we say, tree. $3, tree. We say it the same way as Jamaicans say it. Jamaicans say tree, man, tree. We say tree as well. It's three. You got to flip the tongue. 3. So here, I'm going to show you a couple of really another native tree to Ireland, and it's right in front of you here, but I want to get a little bit closer to show you this. If you have any comments, folks, don't hesitate to ask me. Now, I am not a tree connoisseur, so I don't know tons and tons about trees, but I know a little bit. I know how to distinguish from some trees. Anybody can tell me what this tree is right in front of us? So this tree is a Cecile oak tree, and this is native to Ireland, Cecile oak. And they are really, really, really strong tree. Boats, they make a lot of boats from oak trees. A lot of the wooden homes that you see around, they're made from oak. Obviously, of course, your bookshelves and what have you, the sturdy ones, the ones that last, are made from oak trees. So this is the Cecile oak tree, native to Ireland. Beside it is the English oak. So you got the Cecile oak, native to Ireland, and beside it here we have the English oak tree right here. We'll move on. Now I'm trying to distinguish the different trees. Oh. They do have some name tags on these. I'm trying to think. I think this might be it. See this tree right here, folks? This is the hickory tree. It's a North American tree, the hickory. And the hickory is, actually that's not it. That's not it. It's this one right here, folks. I gotta get me tree. I can't get my trees mixed up. So this is the hickory tree right here. Absolutely wonderful tree. And this is native to North America. And I'm sure you've all heard of hickory bacon. Hickory bacon. Well, they use this wood to actually smoke the bacon. Hickory bacon. But also, baseball bats are made from the hickory tree as well. Once again, a very, very sturdy tree, and it doesn't splinter. So this is the reason why they use this for smoking bacon and also for baseball bats. It doesn't splinter, so you won't get a cut from it. The hickory tree. Alan likes that. Good man, Alan. I think you're the only one that liked it. But wonderful tree-lined avenues here all over the place. I forgot to ask him, and I should have looked it up, how many trees there is actually here. I mean, there is just an abundance, a plethora, if you like, of trees. Is this one right here? Let me show you. Yeah, this one right here is this is the London. I think this hickory and cherry wood are my favourite smoked bacon. There you go. Fair play to you, Terry. Is it this one? I'm not 100% sure. The man was showing this earlier. This tree right here. It's either the London plane or evergreen oak. I think it's the London plane. So this London plane, you'll see this tree in a lot of cities. It's, I guess it grows in conditions for Ireland and Great Britain. Not so much other places, but you'll see them in all the cities and towns throughout Ireland and the UK. The London plane, but most especially in the city. So it's adverse to harsh weather, if you like. Lots of rain and wind and what have you. This one looks like it's bending a bit from the wind. Now I'm hoping I'm right, that's the London plane, I'm not mixing it up. And I believe this one right here is the evergreen oak. It's a Mediterranean tree, the evergreen oak. I had 21 people on a minute ago and I've only got 17 now. How dare they abandon me like that? It's an outrage. What is it? It's an outrage. So this is evergreen oak. So there you go. And I might be wrong. Let me say, I'm going to go up here. I might be wrong on this tree. Oh, I don't know. This may be... This may be the hornbeam. The hornbeam, which is native to south of England. The hornbeam. Hornbeam basically means hard tree. And there's also a Spanish chestnut tree here somewhere as well. I've had to mix up my trees, to be honest with you folks. There's a Spanish chestnut tree here as well. Common especially in Galicia in Spain. Okay, we move on. We're going to go next into one of these beautiful greenhouses. Now this is the Herbaceous Border right here. How you doing? Thank you. Come on, you're great, thank you. This is the Herbaceous Border. Obviously not as long as the one in the Parish Court. Now come about 6 weeks or so, this will be full of absolutely stunningly beautiful plants and flowers of all kinds. But as I said before, they have them all labelled, which is really cool. But as I say, it's not the time of year for flowers blooming, but they're getting ready. And it's amazing how quickly they start, not like rosemary's, yeah. Well, it's not as long. The one in Parish Court, which some of you have been on that tour before, it's the longest herbaceous border in Ireland or Great Britain. Sorry, in Ireland. The longest herbaceous border there at the Parish Court Gardens. This one's much shorter than Parish Court, but still it is absolutely stunning during the season. starting, I say, in probably about 6 weeks. Now we're going to go into one of these lovely greenhouses, if you like. And there's a number of greenhouses throughout the. We still love you there. Thanks, Shelley. There's a number of greenhouses in the gardens here. This one is the Great Palm, built in 1883. The Great Palm House, it's the tallest building. As you can see, that's all part of it there behind it. It's the tallest building here in the gardens. Now, it's Ireland's only tropical rainforest here as well. So let's go in and show you. A lot of cactus house to call this one that I'm going into now, cactus house. So these plants right here obviously would be familiar to South and North America. I know you got a lot of cactus trees in Arizona, places like that. If you're from the US, you'll find lots of them. So this is Ireland's only tropical rainforest, which we're going to go into next. This is actually cactus house. I can't believe we're at, 26 minutes already. Seems as if I've only just started. Anyway, let's go into the tropical house right here. Pull. This is Ireland's only tropical rainforest right here. Will you be back in about 6 weeks? I will come back, yeah. Jolene, I'll definitely come back. Maybe 2 months. Bad with plants, I couldn't keep a cactus alive. Alright, Shelley. Here you'll see huge glossy banana leaves and unusual fruits and flowers. Now, other greenhouses you'll see here on the in the gardens are the teak house, the orchid house, the Culvenair house, Culvenair house, Culvenair range, cactus and succulent house, and Victoria house. Now, this green palm house won the Nostra Award for excellence in conservation architecture. The Alpine house. I'll just walk around here a little bit with you. I won't be making too many comments because I'm not able to identify many of these. This right here is, now they used instead of using the common names, they use the actual original name. So this is Lucula grandis, probably from South America. Look at the leaves on it, they're pretty cool. The size of the leaves on it. Try and pronounce that for me. I can't. Plycosperma. Hi Cheryl, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're well. We're here in the tropical house, the only tropical rainforest here in Ireland. And this is it right here. Now, I was outside. It's chilly outside. Trust me, it's cold and it's windy. It is absolutely scorching in here. They have to keep it at, I don't know what the exact temperature they have to keep it at, but I would say it's equivalent of about 80 degrees in here, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So probably 25 degrees, 23 degrees Celsius. But as I say, about 80 degrees Fahrenheit right in here. Outside, it's probably about 50 Fahrenheit. Probably about 80 in here for sure. An extra 30 degrees coming inside. Maybe I'll just stay here for the rest of the day, folks. Lovely and warm. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, it feels, I'm gonna start sweating now in a minute. I was shivering before I came in. Now I'm going to be sweating. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like it a lot. Yeah, it's beautiful. Now orchids, they were introduced here in these gardens in 1840 and were the first grown to flower seed by the curator, David Moore. Look, it's all wet in here as well. They must have to water these plants all the time. As I say, these plants aren't going to see any rain, so they have to water them constantly. And that's why there's puddles of water right here in the tropical forest. Right here, the only tropical forest in Ireland. There you go, folks. 80 degrees. I have to get out of here because I'm sweating. It's like a sauna, folks. It's like a sauna. Or a steam room. Well, there's no steam, but definitely like a sauna. Gorgeous place to hang out. There, the Great Palm House. That's the Great Palm House, yeah. Right here. Listen, give me a minute, folks. I'm going to put this down, my camera, because my shoe is unlaced and I gotta lace it up, okay? Because if I don't, I might trip over myself, alright? I hope you don't mind, folks. I just pricked myself with a cactus. I just pricked myself on this cactus, right, while I was going back up to get my phone. No problem, Dave, if you want you to have a bad trip. We don't want you to have a bad trip, there you go. Nah, my acid days are finished with. No, I never did acid. We'll go back through the herbaceous border and continue on to some more nice trees and just show you the whole complex here if you like. So we'll walk on once again through the herbaceous border. Oh, I gotta show you over here, I forgot about that. Now the world's largest or longest herbaceous border at 215 meters, 705 feet is at Darlington Castle, East Lothian, Scotland. But Ireland's longest, as I said before, is in Powerscourt. We got some nice statues over here. So let me just show you these. I'm just trying to see what this one is. This one's more impressive. This one's called Cruve. Irish language word, Cruve. C-R-A-O-B-H. C-R-A-O-B-H. Cruve. Pronounced Cruve. Carved by Gerard Cox in 1995 to commemorate the bicentenary of the National Botanical Gardens. The Irish word cruve translates as the branch or bough of a tree. There's a few more statues around here as well. I want to show you this wonderful weeping willow tree. And I'm hoping I'm going in the right direction for it. The weeping willow tree. But it's the largest weeping willow tree You can't beat nature, folks. I forgot to get some nuts. A friend of mine was telling me, bring some nuts with you and you'll have the squirrels eating off the palm of your hands. But I forgot to bring nuts. I forgot. But that's pretty cool. We've got a rock garden coming up here. We'll show you this rock garden. We'll try and show you around as close to all of the gardens here, all 50 acres if we can. Mightn't be able to get to all of them. So here's a lovely little rock garden, as they call it. Elevated in places. Once again, all these plants that would be here later in the year, or in about 6 weeks' time. So we're coming up here to this. This is absolutely fabulous. There's something about weeping willow trees. I just absolutely love them. They're my favourite tree. Down by the Grand Canal in Dublin, there's from Portobello to Charlemont Street, there's a series of just absolutely beautiful weeping willow trees all the way through it. It's just one street along by the Grand Canal in Dublin, just full of weeping willow trees, which are just stunning. So here's one right here. It's a very impressive one. There's a series of, as I say, weeping willow trees in Ireland. Now this one it's a very famous tree, and one of the finest specimens of the weeping willow. It was placed here in 1875. How about that? Another famous one is the Atlas cedar tree. You're probably familiar with, and there's a lot of Atlas cedar trees here, but you're probably familiar with the one in Washington DC, on the lawn in Washington DC, in the capital. It's so relaxing to watch. Yes, beautiful. So that's a red cedar behind it. You see the tree behind it, it's the red cedar. As I say, there's a series of trees. I wish I knew the exact number, but there is a plethora, if you like, of trees and tree-lined avenues throughout the gardens here. And you'll see trees, including the beech trees, hawthorns, hornbeams, lime, ash, chestnut, walnuts, hazel, birch, maple, oak, alder, hickory, holly, and yew trees. So a huge amount. Now, I just heard probably the most famous tree in all of these gardens is a giant redwood tree. But I just heard it's called the Great Redwood. But I just heard it was actually in the news just a couple of days ago that it's dead, or it's dying, or nearly dead. So I didn't get a chance to walk around the whole complex here before I started this tour. So I'm not even sure if it's there anymore. But it will be coming up here in just a little bit if it is here. So we'll see. You got a nice little pond, little river running through the gardens here. Are there rowan trees? Good question. Marianne, good question. I'm not even sure if there's rowan trees. If you might be able to identify one yourself, I'll just switch my camera around. But you may be able to identify one, because I wouldn't be able to identify a rowan tree, to be honest with you. And I'm just not sure if there is any. Look at all the ducks getting fed. That's nice. You always get these seagulls messing with the ducks to try to rob all their food. The ducks are more of a placid type of a bird, whereas the seagulls are scavengers. They're out for everything. There's a lone duck right there by himself, not with the rest of the family. So have a look at this, folks, this monument, statue over here. It's known as What is Life? It's a double helix. This sculpture, What is Life, was commissioned by Charles Jenks to celebrate the role of science in Ireland. It represents the flow of genetic information between DNA, RNA, and protein. It represents for the first time in a sculpture anywhere the many extraordinary new revelations made in the last 30 years about the novel roles of RNA in living organisms. It's pretty impressive. Hope you like it. We'll move on. Yeah, one thing what's really great is, and someone mentioned a bit a little earlier, despite there not being so much colour as regards the flowers and the plants, we do have some beautiful coloured trees, and the leaves are getting there. They're getting almost, most of them are now have their leaves back. So it really is nice. And then someone mentioned it's so green. It really is. How green is my valley? Did you ever hear that? How green is my valley? Wasn't that a movie? I think that was a Welsh movie. How green is my valley? I hope I didn't take a wrong turn. No, let's go here. Okay, that great redwood. It's still alive. It's still alive, but it's dying. It was in the news, as I said, just the other day. Very cool, said Jolene. Fair play to Jolene. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. So, this is the great redwood. And it's dying. It is a great redwood, isn't it? Hope I'm not mixing it up. There's another tree here called the New Zealand fir. New Zealand fern. I hope I'm not mixing up the two. Do not climb on the beds. Oh, I think this is the New Zealand fern. This represents the New Zealand fern, I believe. Right here. I'll turn this camera around for a minute. I hope I don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up. When I go vertical, I sometimes mess it up. No, you can't do it. Can't do it on YouTube for some reason. Because you have it on YouTube, you have it set at horizontal. You have the actual tour set at horizontal, so you can't put it to vertical. Not like you could in the old days in Hago. It's a river called the Tolka River right here. I'll show you a bit more of this river in just a bit. So we have a sculpture right here, folks, of one of the greats, Socrates. How about that? 469 to 399 BC. Amazing how long ago that was. One of the great Greek philosophers, Socrates. Can you name all the Greek philosophers? There was so many of them. It was a Pluto, wasn't it? Was there another one? Socrates, Pluto. Loads more. So you got some heather here, isn't it? Looks like heather. Go over and see what it is. See, none of these flowers, when you try to identify them, will tell you the common name. It has the plant name, the original, if they're Greek or if they're Mediterranean or whatever, it has, and they're too hard to even pronounce. But I think that's heather. I'm really sure a lot of that is heather. Anyone can help me out? Very cool. Same as the mountain ash in North America. That's a lovely view right there. That's a nice postcard photograph. And we have a waterfall, a little small waterfall here. A wee waterfall. This would be a nice place to come on a fine summer's morning or spring morning where there's some sun and blue skies out. Sit on the bench, maybe have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. Don't even know if you're allowed to bring a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in here. You may not be allowed to even eat because I don't see any bins around, which is an indication that no food allowed. No dogs allowed in here either. No dogs allowed at all. It's very, very well maintained, as I said before. It's run by the OPW, the Office of Public Works. I think it's 1,200 sites in Ireland that they run. I see some beautiful flowers right here. Look at this. This must be an early flower coming up. It looks like a rose. It's roses. There you go. Here's some early roses, folks. Check it out. Lovely. Get excited. Oh, I like it a lot. Red roses. Here's some more red roses. Oh, this is nice. There you go. Maybe it's not even roses. They're not roses. Sorry, they're not roses. What's the matter with me? It's called Camellia japonica. Not roses. The roses come out in May, don't they? There is certain places where roses actually, for most of the year that they grow. But some of these are roses. Have you got any flower experts on here, please, folks? It's heather names are in Latin, yeah. That's it, Marianne. Is this a rose? No, I don't think it is a rose. The bulb is too open. Maybe they are roses. Here I'm giving a tour and have no clue. Just a minute at me. See, I don't have this problem when I go to the parish court, because Rosemary, the gardener there, she identifies all the plants for me, and I interview her. So she takes us around the herbaceous border, and she explains most of all the plants. I wish I had more time to do just a tour with her. Usually I do it the whole gardens there, not just the herbaceous border. But sometime I'll have to do just a tour strictly on the herbaceous border, where I can spend an hour with her, where she shows all the plants. Usually I only spend about 20 minutes with her, but she identifies all the plants for me. So it looks like I got lazy. There is actually an app, a plant identifier app, which I had before, and but then you get it for 3 months for free, and after 3 months they want you to pay for it. So I wouldn't be using it. I think it was like free for 3 months, and then they charge you $39.99 a month or something. So I wasn't going there, as I wouldn't be doing it that often, you know. So here's the Talca River right here. It's one of Dublin's 3 main rivers, 14 miles I'll give you a look at the other side if it's nicer. Yeah, it's one of Dublin's three main rivers. It's 14 miles long, which is probably about 20 kilometres. And it runs from Dunshaughlin in County Meath to right here. This is where it ends, right here in Glasnevin, North Dublin. So we're in the village of Glasnevin, or the town of Glasnevin. And the path of the river through Dublin takes you through a number of parks. So it's a beautiful walk. So you can go on a park walk through several different parks where the river Poddle runs through, or the river Talcott runs through. You'll see otters in the river as well, and a lot of trout. You see a lot of people trout fishing here. It's very popular in the Talcott River. There's actually a pub just around the corner from here. Actually, is that the back of it? It's there, the back of it's right there. That's it right there. And that's called the Talcott Bar, the Talcott Pub. Very famous pub here in Glasnevin, the Talcott. You see the top of it right there. So this is the rose garden, minus the roses. But this is spectacular come May or June. So I won't come back here till May or June. There's no point in coming back here, you know, until the roses are in full bloom, because they're all different colours. They're absolutely spectacular. They're beautiful. But as I say, not this time of year. So there you go. Has anybody got any questions? Another nice weeping willow. You see a lot of the weeping willows around by the rivers and the canals and the lakes throughout Ireland. I'm not sure if it's the same in other countries, but that's where you find most of them. I hope you're enjoying the tour today. We're actually nearly finished. We're going to finish off now. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a shorty. A shorty for me is what's it, 52 minutes? I usually go over the hour. There's the weeping willow. Actually, it's gone all the way into the water, look. All the way into the water. So enjoy the tour, folks. I very, very much appreciate it. If you can spare a few shillings. In the description for this tour, you will find my link to buy me a coffee, or my PayPal link. It's very much appreciated if you can spare a few shillings. I'm a big coffee drinker. I love me coffee, but some of the time, or most of the time, I like a little bit of whiskey in it and some cream on top, like an Irish coffee, which is a little more expensive than a regular coffee. So if you can spare a few buy me a coffees, that would be great. As I say, I got my link to my PayPal on there as well, and it'd be very much appreciated if you can spare a few shillings, folks. This is the only way I get paid to come out and do these tours. No other way. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. Subscribe if you haven't already. And also, my link is actually in the description as well to my YouTube channel. And what would be absolutely terrific, this is a horticultural school right here. So this school teaches students all about horticulture and gardening, if you like. Here's that weeping willow from a different angle, the one that was where the leaves were in the water. There it is there. Yeah, the horticultural school college right here on the premises of yeah, if you have any friends that may be interested in tours like this, you could send my link on to them, friends or family. So look, College of Amity Horticulture. Hope you can read that there. Yeah, if you got friends that you think may be interested on watching some of my videos, send on the link. There may be some people that you might know that, or friends even, that It's on their bucket list to come to Ireland, because not only do I have Dublin tours on this, I got other tours from around the country. If you'd like to share my link. I'm getting close to the 1,000 subscribers. I've got about 50 more to go. Am I right, like 950 or something? So that'd be great if you could do that. Also, next Tuesday, on another platform, virtual platform called World Virtual Tours, WVT, World Virtual Tours, I will be going to the Rock of Cashel, County Tipperary, to do a tour. It's probably the most famous medieval religious site in Ireland, a cluster of medieval buildings. The site itself dates back to the 4th century. It's where the High Kings of Munster, including Brian Boru, resided. It is absolutely stunning, amazing buildings. It's built on high ground, on 300 foot of rock, overlooking the beautiful Golden Vale of Tipperary. Cashel County Tipperary, the Rock of Cashel. Next Tuesday, 3 p.m. Irish time, the same time this tour started. If you're in North America, it'll be 10 a.m. If you're on the East Coast, if you're on the West Coast, it'll be 7 a.m. Hope you can join me for that, folks. It will be fabulous. I'll leave you here with, we'll go inside here for a minute. Let's see if there's any more. Rock of Cashel is amazing. So Susanna's been here. Looks like the flowering trees are just about to open up. Yes. Can't wait for it, says Terry, the Rock of Cashel. Appreciate it, says Jolene. Thanks, Dave. Beautiful tour. Thank you, Natalie. I kind of winged this tour, to be honest with you, because I couldn't go through the Herbaceous Border. I wanted to talk all about that. I wanted to talk about the family gardens, which is a different part as well. Another garden centre I wanted to show you as well, but I couldn't do any of that, so I kind of winged it. Let me go in here for a minute, folks. Here's another lovely greenhouse. Hello, how are you? How are you guys doing? Hello.
Just taking pictures here.
Very good. Where are you from?
We're Canadians.
Canadian, here. We got some Canadians on here. Marianne, we got Canadians here. How many Canadians are on here, folks? Marianne's from, I think, from Windsor, Canada. Oh, no, not Windsor. Somewhere, I forget where she's from. What part of Canada are you from?
I'm Ottawa. She's Jordanian.
She's from Jordan.
Yeah.
And you're from Ottawa?
Yeah.
The capital, huh?
Is it live? What is it?
This is live, yeah. It's on my YouTube channel. Say, what's your name?
Aya.
Aya. Lovely name, I like that.
Thank you.
That's easy to spell as well, isn't it?
Yeah. No, A-Y-A-T.
A-Y-A-T.
Yeah.
And you pronounce it Aya. Mm-hmm. So no silent T, is it?
Depends. I'm not accented it.
Where's that name originally from?
It's Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern, yeah. Very good.
Beautiful here.
And she doesn't want to be on camera, the lady from Jordan, right? Can't blame her. Are you enjoying the garden? Do you have a good time?
Yeah, it's great.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. It's fantastic.
Great time as well.
You two there. How long are you staying for?
Sorry?
How long are you staying in Dublin for?
Oh, a while.
Oh, for a while?
Pretty much live here.
Oh, you're living here? Okay, fair play to you. Fair play to you. Okay. I think this is the teak house, is it? What's the name of this house? Oh no, this is the Corvilliner range right here. Corvilliner range. Let me just show you around here for a bit. Don't ask me to identify any plants. Once again, these are tropical plants, and most of them. So it's really warm in here. I think them two ladies come in here to get out of the cold. Isn't that right? It is, once again, beautiful and warm. Look at these plants. Aren't they gorgeous? Here, I told you I wasn't going to show any plants today or flowers. And here we go. Loads of plants and flowers. Absolutely stunning. What do you think, folks? And I thought I'd finished the tour. Well, I couldn't finish it just like that. There's another cactus tree right there. Look, is it cactus? No, it's not. Amaryllis, gorgeous. Amaryllis. I can't even pronounce that, Suzanne. Amaryllis. Gorgeous. Hi, Rebecca. How are you doing? I didn't even know you were on. Thanks very much. Can't wait to see it in a month or two in spring bloom. Yeah, it will be beautiful. Fantastic. And I will go in April, probably late April, probably in around 6 weeks' time as well. I will also go to the beautiful Powerscourt House and Gardens. Joanne is very familiar with it, or sorry, Suzanne is very familiar with the Powerscourt House and Gardens. She got a guided tour there from Rosemary when she was over last year. See you, Natalie. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. As I said before, folks, if you can spare a few shillings, I'd very much appreciate it. My link to buy me a coffee and my PayPal link are in the description. As I say, I'm not getting paid for any of these tours unless you guys donate a few shillings. So it'd be very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. How about this nice little waterfall here, look. Not beautiful. It's called Going to Win the Flow. Going with the flow. Going with the flow. See you, Natalie. Oh yeah, and Suzanne is staying at the Powerscourt Hotel. Absolutely stunning hotel. It's beautiful. Amazing. I think it's a 5-star hotel as well. Spectacular.
Mom.
Of course, you got to visit Rosemary while you're there, Suzanne. Okay, I'm gone over the hour, so I think I'll leave it right here, folks. Once again, as I said, if you can afford a few shillings, a few bob, as we say here, some moolah, dineros, pounds, euros, dollars, pesos, I accept all. Thank you so much. And once again, I say, folks, if you wish to send... Oh, and one other thing, folks. This is my 200th tour today on YouTube. So it's the 200th tour that I've done on YouTube. Now, some of them are only short, little tours, and others are full-length hour tours. But this is, as I said, my 200th tour. And I still haven't reached 1,000 yet, but I'm getting very close. 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 950, so I'm getting close. Thanks very much, Terry. Congrats, Natalie. Thank you. Yeah. 200 tour on YouTube. I will get you on PayPal after my interview. Celebrate your 200. Thanks very much, Suzanne. Good luck with the interview. Suzanne's gone off to do an interview right now. Wish her all the best. She's going for $1 million job. $1 million salary. Isn't that right, Suzanne? All right, folks, that's all I got for you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you again soon. Hopefully, we'll see you at the Rocket Cashel in County Tipperary on WVT World Virtual Tours next Tuesday. So, well, good luck with it, Suzanne. So, all the very best, folks. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. And hopefully we'll see you next Tuesday at the Rocket Cashel, the most famous medieval site in all of Ireland, medieval religious site in all of Ireland. Absolutely stunning, stunning place. Take care, folks. Have a great day. Thank you.